did the harbor bell ring when you stepped ashore? I sat alone behind the heavy oak door, watching the shadows stretch across the wooden floor, wondering if your heart could ever love me more. Seasons turn like pages in a tattered book. I still remember every single backward look. Cold autumn rain began to fall upon the pane. We traded quiet sorrow for a rushing train. No words were spoken as the distance grew between. The deepest kind of heartache that I'd ever seen. Dust settles softly on the photograph we took. I searched for answers in every corner nook. Nothing remains except the promises we broke, vanishing slowly just like winter chimney smoke. Time heals the wound but leaves a permanent scar. I watch the evening sky and search for one bright star. Now the room is empty and the fire's burning low. I hold your memory because I cannot let you go. Color of the light on your collar was amber, like autumn in rooms where we used to grow old. You look at the street through the rain on the glass, as if every promise we made had grown cold. I've forgotten the weight of the rings on your finger, or maybe I'm trying to keep them erased. We sit on this bench while the trolley rolls by, two ghosts in the mirror pretending to wait. Do you remember the winter we burned through the cold, before the silence crawled into the depths of your soul? Now you ask me for a match and you don't know my face, while I trace the old lines of a vanished embrace. Time is a thief in a heavy tweed coat, stealing the words from the back of our throat. I nod to the stranger who looks like my past, knowing this minute is going to be our last. Drink up your coffee and walk in the rain. I will go home through the dark and the pain. We gave our best years to a ghost on the street and turned down the corner where lovers should distant bottle truck rattles down Second Avenue, breaking the silence before the milk pails are set. We used to sit right here and watch the gray sky turn blue, carrying dreams we haven't quite finished yet. You pulled your woolen scarf tighter around your chin, saying that autumn air always came much too fast. Look how the neighborhood changed since we first wandered in, watching the quiet decades slip into the past. Remember how we traded coats when winter turned severe? You kept your sorrow hidden while the parlor clock ticked loud. We built a wooden table where the rafters felt so near. Now I am drinking coffee in a room that feels too crowded. Your old piano bench sits by the radiator cold. Nobody plays the scales we practiced after dark. We didn't notice then how fast the story gets told, leaving our names carved deep into the public park. It hurts to know the letters that you burned are gone for good, and every familiar corner holds the ghost of what we planned. I would have walked beside you through the freezing neighborhood if you had only reached out and held my aging hand. The milk bottles rattle down on Second Avenue once more, and I am sitting watching shadows stretch across the floor. The weight of the chair on the wooden floorboard reminds me of hours you couldn't afford to spend on yourself, or the dreams in your head while turning down blankets on an empty bed. You hurried through winters to prove you were strong, believing that heartbreak is where you belong. That person I was in the smoke of the room, I forgive every tear you mistook for a bloom. Your letters are yellow, the ink has grown faint. The walls of that hallway still peeling with paint. You waited for trains that would never arrive, just trying your best to stay softly alive. You hurried through winters to prove you were strong, believing that heartbreak is where you belong. That person can tell you right here that love will find root in the gray of the street, and tired old shoes will find peace for their feet. So turn off the burner and lock up the door. We don't need to carry the weight anymore. The past is a stranger who taught us to mend, and here is the quiet beginning and end. Why do boots still fit the shape of your stride when the porch light hasn't blinked in a year? I walk past the butcher shop where you cried and dropped 2 dimes in the phone box near. The train schedule paper is yellow and curled under the glass where nobody looks. We talked about moving across the wide world. Now my only travel is reading old books. Coffee cools down while I stare keeps knocking right into the door. Your wool coat is hanging precisely the same, though nobody here dares to mention your name. 16 small tiles in the bathroom are cracked, leaving no watching the crumb fall right into the sink. It feels strange to pour just a half cup of tea with nobody sitting across to think. Time does not heal like the paperbacks claim. It just stretches the thread until it is thin. I still speak to shadows and call out your name, knowing the quiet will answer again. And stepped in the rain, knowing today will feel wholly the same. A silver spoon rests by my coffee cup. I polished it just yesterday at 3. You bought it in a town whose name is gone. Now it reflects only the empty room and me. I keep the radio turned down so low, just waiting for a knock that never comes. We packed our suitcases in heavy rain and swore that distance couldn't break the chain. I stayed behind to guard the fading light while you drove straight into the endless night. Your favorite sweater hangs behind the door. I smell the wool whenever winter starts. We thought our patience was a solid shield. Instead it grew between our trusting hearts. We packed our suitcases in heavy rain and swore that distance couldn't break the chain. I stayed behind to guard the fading light while you drove straight into the endless night. Sometimes I reach across the dining space, expecting fingers to entwine with mine. The air is cool where you used to sit, and time has crossed a cold and final line. I wash the cup and put the spoon away. Another quiet night has turned to gray. The clock ticks softly on the kitchen wall, and I have loved you best through it all. A distant taxi horns down the avenue. It splits the chilly autumn air in two. You wrap your woolen scarf against your chin, and neither of us knows where to begin. We walk these cracking sidewalks for a score, now counting footfalls toward a closing door. You kept the photographs inside your coat. I kept the folded edges of your note. Our heavy coats hang empty by the stair, while autumn leaves blow through the vacant square. Remember when we shared a paper cup and watched the late December moon come up? You always laughed at how my shoes would scuff. We thought those simple years were quantum stuff. You kept the photographs inside your coat. I kept the folded edges of your note. square. Old friends are passengers who catch the train and wave goodbye behind the frosted pane. I turn the corner where the bakers stay and walk my separate shadow all the way. The street lamp flickers as the midnight fades. I walk alone beneath the maple shades. We said our parting words beside the track, and neither of us ever will look back. The scent of cedar lingers in the hall where two umbrellas used to hang till fall. He packed his leather cases in the rain and left the window open to the train. She folds the letters tied with faded string and turns the silver band upon her ring. No angry words were spoken on that day, just quiet luggage rolling far away. An empty armchair holds the evening chill. The ticking clock ignores the windowsill. They chose the separate roads they had to find and left their blended footsteps far behind. The neighbor sweeps the maple leaves aside, while down the road the afternoon cars glide. She sets a single teacup on the tray and watches sunlight slowly fade away. Some boughs are broken by a quiet tide when neither heart is willing to collide. They walk the paths their choices carved in stone and learn to sleep beneath the stars alone. The cedar scent dissolves into the breeze as twilight settles softly on the trees. She closes up the heavy front door tight and turns the hallway lamp off for the night. A sudden memory broke the midnight quiet room, like an uninvited visitor stepping in the gloom. I reached across the mattress for a hand of bone and gold, only finding empty flannel and the winter cold. 40 autumns came and went beneath our maple tree. Now the tea is pouring out for only company. Silver rings were tucked inside a buttered dish of blue. That was the final afternoon I ever heard from you. Trains departed westward as the ticket window closed, leaving every single quiet question undisclosed. The grandfather clock is ticking louder than before, counting down the seconds on the linoleum floor. I still hang your heavy coats beside the cellar door, waiting for a knock that does not happen anymore. Letters tied with velvet twine sit heavy on the shelf. Reading them aloud is like talking to myself. Love was never cinematic, just a steady flame, until the ambulance attendants whispered out your name. Evening shadows lengthen down the hallway wall. I turn off the lamp and let the darkness fall. Tomorrow I will sweep the broken glass away and try to live through yet another silent day. You told me yesterday still sits upon the chair, about the way the chimney smoke dissolves into the air. I folded up your woolen socks and placed them in the drawer, while counting every quiet step across the wooden floor. The calendar still bears the date you circled with a pen, before we knew how hard it is to start the world again. I noticed how the ivy climbs the corner of the shed, and how the morning paper lies unread beside the bed. 2 cups of coffee cooling while the radio plays slow. We spent a lifetime waiting for a train we did not know. The buttons on your winter coat were fastened out of place, and now the parlor mirror has no stories left to trace. The neighbor brought a yellow peach and left it by the gate. He asked me if the weather vane was turning down too late. I watched the shadow stretch across the gravel in the yard, and realized forgetting you was going to be hard. 2 cups of coffee cooling while the radio plays slow. We spent a lifetime waiting for a train we did not know. The buttons on your winter coat were fastened out of place, and now the parlor mirror has no stories left to trace. The milk bottle stayed on the porch until the afternoon sun burned high. I finally turned the deadbolt twice and watched the swallows fly. Rough wool against my trembling thumb, the winter coat you left behind, a ticking clock, the room went numb. With every thread you fade from mind. We packed the suitcases by the train platform. The wind was biting hard, the tea was never warm. You dropped your silver ticket in the railway mud. I kept the bitter silence rolling in my blood. 2 cups of coffee growing cold upon the stained mahogany, a story left unread and old of what we hoped our lives would be. We packed the suitcases by the train platform. The wind was biting hard, the tea was never warm. You dropped your silver ticket in the railway mud. I kept the bitter silence rolling in my blood. The station bell is ringing for the 5 o'clock. I still remember turning twice the heavy lock. I fold the heavy wool and lay it in the chest. The fading evening light has finally put to rest those years we spent in quiet sorrow by the wall. I closed the wooden lid and let the darkness fall. Past 11 on the wall. The pendulum still keeps its steady swing. I wonder if you hear the heavy haul or if you left behind another spring. Old photographs turn yellow in the drawer. We packed our suitcases and locked the door. I sit alone and watch the shadows bend, accepting how a quiet story can end. A cold cup sits beside the reading chair. The sugar spoon has tarnished in the light. I reach across and touch the empty air, and whisper your sweet name into the night. Old photographs turn yellow in the drawer. We packed our suitcases and locked the door. I sit alone and watch the shadows bend, accepting how a quiet story can end. The letters that you wrote are bound in string. I never had the courage to let them go. We promised each other everything beneath the falling of the winter snow. The clock strikes 12 and takes the day away. I close my eyes and let the memory stay. A brass key left beside the sugar bowl. It holds no weight but pins down all my years. I trace the notched edge with a tired soul, and keep behind the dam my quiet tears. You packed your suitcases in autumn rain, the taxi idling outside the glass. I watched the taillights fade along the lane, and knew some seasons never truly pass. The afternoon stretches thin across the floor, where dust motes dance in shafts of fading gold. I walk across the room to check the door, although the latch has been securely told. You packed your suitcases in autumn rain, the taxi idling outside the glass. I watched the taillights fade along the lane, and knew some seasons never truly pass. Time is a heavy cloak that we must wear when empty spaces take the place of names. I sit alone within your favorite chair and watch the as the shadows grow. I leave the key right where you laid it down. I turn the lamp off and I let it go while falling leaves blow softly through the town. A sudden thought broke through the quiet room, like autumn dust caught in a slant of sun. You packed your trunk inside the fading gloom and swore our quiet history was done. Taxi turned the corner street, the taillights bleeding red against the gray. My empty coffee cup lost all its heat as afternoon slowly dissolved away. Silver rails divide the town in half. You left without a wave or final laugh. Train wheels rattle loud against the track, carrying your coat and never coming back. I left the kitchen window slightly wide to let the cedar breeze blow through the floor. There is no place for bitterness to hide behind a painted wooden parlor door. The clock strikes 6 upon the mantel shelf. I eat a quiet supper by myself. The ticket stubs are faded in the light, and I put out the kitchen lamp tonight. Why does the teacup rattle when the room is still? I left your slippers underneath the radiator grill. The afternoon is slipping through the willow blind, and every single clock is running far behind. I picked a button from the pocket of your coat. It had a thread that caught upon my aging throat. We used to argue how to peel a yellow pear. Now there is only quiet sitting in the chair. We packed the suitcases before the rain came down. I watched the taillights disappear into the town. You left a pair of woolen socks beside the door, and I have not swept up the kitchen since the war. Your handwriting is fading on the shopping list. It is the only piece of you that I have missed. I put the kettle on and let the water boil until the burner turned a ring of blackened foil. We packed the suitcases before the rain came down. I watched the taillights disappear into the town. You left a pair of woolen socks beside the door, and I have not swept up the kitchen since the war. Sometimes I reach across the table for your hand and touch the empty space where water meets the sand. I turn the lock and leave the hallway light aglow, because I never learned the proper way to go. The smell of cinnamon caught me completely unaware while I was folding sweaters on the wooden chair. It pulled me right back to the autumn of our youth, before the heavy silence proved a bitter truth. Baking apples in the iron pan, you took my hand and dropped the wooden spoon. We laughed until the paper curtain stirred, and then you promised love beneath the moon. Your heavy winter coat still hangs behind the door. I see the shadow that it casts across the floor. That quiet Sunday when you packed your leather case and walked away without a tear upon your face. Baking apples in the iron pan, you took my hand and dropped the wooden spoon. We laughed until the paper curtain stirred, and then you promised love beneath the moon. I never thought a simple spice could hurt so deep, or wake the promises that I could never keep. The kitchen window closes as the evening falls. I whisper names to these familiar paper walls and hold the memory of the way you used to care. Long after cinnamon has faded in the air. You said yesterday stayed in the hall while the grandfather clock ticked against the wall. You mentioned the milkman forgot to stop by, and the gray wool sweater was starting to fray. I noticed the dust on the piano keys and the way that the wind bent the willow trees. You left half a peach on a cracked white plate and told me not ever to stay out late. Now the coat hanger echoes with nobody there, and the dust takes its time on the green armchair. The door latch is loose and the latch needs a screw, and every small object is missing from you. We measured our lives in the pennies we saved, in the straight garden rows that your father paved. Now the silence is heavy, the tea has gone cold, and the stories we lived have grown sudden and old. I fold up the paper and lock up the front, just like you asked me, just like you won't. Faded corduroy brushed against my open palm, sitting on the porch while the evening grew so calm. 30 years have passed since you wore that olive coat. Still I catch the words that you whispered in your throat. Traffic lights are changing from the green into the red. I keep remembering the silly things we said. We left the theater before the picture ends. Two strangers walking past where the river bends. You dropped your ticket stub into the copper drain. I watched your shadow fade out in the gentle rain. Evening shadows stretch across the wooden floor. Nobody knocks to ask for you beside my door. Tea is getting cold in the chipped ceramic cup. Every time it rains, I just never look it up. Photographs are turning to a shade of yellow-brown. Quiet footsteps echo through the empty town. We left the theater before the picture ends. Two strangers walking past where the river bends. You dropped your ticket stub into the copper drain. I watched your shadow fade out in the gentle rain. People change the furniture I fold the jacket neatly and put it on the bed, carrying the quiet life that we once led, closing up the window as the stars begin to show, keeping all the pieces from so long ago. Solitary shoe beside the gate. You always said you love the heavy rain, while watching drops roll down the window pane. I wonder where you'll sit 50 years from now, with silver falling gently from your brow. Perhaps you'll drink your tea from chip blue clay and smile, remembering our yesterday. Time is just a river moving slow, carrying the pieces we let go. Some morning soon you will reach for my hand across a distant foreign promised land, and wonder if the weather stays the same, while searching through your heart to find my name. I see the future sitting in the dust, a fading promise and a ring of rust. We had our autumn before the winter cold, and lived each simple story left untold. So keep this song alive when we are gray, and love will find a place to safely stay. A small tin box of pastels sits upon the cedar desk. I turn the rusted lid and find a dry lemon leaf. You placed it there the autumn that the harbor wall gave way, and I have kept it through every changing season since. My fingers trace the metal rim where pain has chipped away. I wonder if you kept the ticket stub from yesterday. We packed our separate suitcases in silence by the door. Your heavy woolen coat was hanging empty in the hall. I watched the taxi driver load the leather trunk at 4, and nothing left behind could fill the quiet of the fall. The afternoon is tilting toward the chimney of the church. A pair of pigeons land and peck against the window pane. I lift the tiny tin and breathe the scent of fading mint, and realize the sun has finally broken through the rain. The shadow of the rocking chair moves slowly on the floor. I have not heard that heavy step upon the gravel door. We packed our separate suitcases in silence by the door. Your heavy woolen coat was hanging empty in the hall. I watched the taxi driver load the leather trunk at 4, and nothing left behind could fill the quiet of the fall. Some days I almost reach across to hand you back the key before I catch the empty space where you used to be. We packed our separate suitcases in silence by the door. Your heavy woolen coat was hanging empty in the hall. I watched the taxi driver load the leather trunk at 4, and nothing left behind could fill the quiet of the fall. I snapped the little tin closed gently in the empty room. The lemon leaf remains buried deep within the autumn gloom. I fold my hands and watch the twilight fading from the wall, and let the quiet settle in the center of it all. A milkman's crate clatters on the pavement stone and brings me back to the nights we walked alone. You pulled your wool collar high against the chill while we talked of futures up on the hill. Old friend, you traded our corner for a western train, leaving your winter coat hanging in the freezing rain. I found your silver lighter buried in the garden dirt, wondering if healing always demands this kind of hurt. I keep the porch light burning till the midnight hour, watching the petals fall from your favorite flower. The neighbors ask why I sit by the gate so long. They do not know I am listening for your parting song. Old friend, you traded our corner for a western train, leaving your winter coat hanging in the freezing rain. I found your silver lighter buried in the garden dirt, wondering if healing always demands this kind of hurt. street is finally still, I leave your teacup warming on the windowsill. The smell of diesel hung upon the street when Arthur watched the gray bus pull away. He had an unlit cigar in his teeth and 70 damn pennies in his coat. She didn't wave a handkerchief or look, just smooth the pages of a library book. For 40 years they shared a narrow bed and argued softly over broken plates. He kept a pencil tucked behind his ear. She wore a silver thimble on her thumb. Now afternoon is quiet on the porch, with nothing burning like a winter torch. He walked 3 miles to where the river bends and left behind the photographs and friends. She took the train toward her sister's farm without a golden band upon her arm. 2 lives unraveled in the autumn chill, while rusted windmills turned upon the hill. The neighbors whispered when the curtain stayed close tight against the low October sun. A box of peppermint and cotton thread was sitting on the linoleum floor. He threw away the calendar from May and locked the heavy wooden pantry door. Some part of love is just a heavy stone we carry down the road until we fall. He touched the cold enamel of the stove and wondered if she ever cried at all. The bus returned at 7 in the dark, with empty seats and tickets marked in red. He walked alone across the gravel park and went to sleep in his deserted bed. A chipped porcelain saucer holds your leftover dime. We sit at this corner while church steeples chime. You fold up your paper and look at the street while I count the seconds between our cold feet. Tell me why you traveled so far from the coast. Was it the winter that frightened you most? Strangers sharing sugar in a crowded cafe. We have no tomorrows and very brief day. You lost your true love in a town far away, and I left my ring on a porch yesterday. The waitress brings coffee that tastes very weak. We stare at the window and neither will speak. Your coat has a button cut neatly in bone. It tells me you also have lived long alone. Tell me why your fingers are trembling so. Is there a train that you wanted to throw? Strangers sharing sugar in a crowded cafe. We have no tomorrows and very brief day. You lost your true love in a town far away, and I left my ring on a porch yesterday. The clock on the wall ticks its heavy dull sound. No words can repair what has fallen to ground. We finish our cups and we put down our pay and turn our own faces a different way. You walk to the south and I walk to the rain. We will not remember each other again. The chipped porcelain saucer stays empty and cold. Just another short story that never got told. Which way did the milkman turn when the pavement was still gray? I keep reaching for a coat I threw away in May. The radio is playing that tune from 1953, and nobody is sitting across the table here with me. Your favorite fountain pen leaked blue upon the cedar floor. I never scrubbed the stain because it led toward the door. The neighbor sweeps his steps and grumbles at the morning chill, while all my quiet afternoons belong to memory still. is a secret we can keep. Seasons turn their heavy pages without asking if we're done, turning golden maple branches down into the setting sun. I still save the wrapper from the chocolate that you bought, wrapped inside a sudden and uninvited tender thought. The kettle gives a little hiss and tells me it is through, and every single empty cup remembers pouring too. The smell of wet cedar drifted through the screen while lightning was painting shadows on the green. I sat on the glider watching buses roll, with nothing but silence keeping watch over my soul. And the radio played that old familiar tune beneath the pale circle of a Tuesday moon. We packed up the laughter in a cardboard box and threw out the calendar and broken clocks. You walked to the corner as the traffic cleared, leaving me with memories of how we steered. Your brown leather suitcase rested by the door as footsteps fell heavy on the kitchen floor. You said that the weather changed the northern skies, while tears found their way into both our eyes. And the clock on the mantel ticked away the years, dissolving our anger in a flood of tears. We packed up the laughter in a cardboard box and threw out the calendar and broken clocks. You walked to the corner as the traffic cleared, leaving me with memories of how we steered. I still keep the letters tied with faded string, remembering the promise of a distant spring. The driveway is empty and the porch is gray, since you packed your bags and walked away. The rain stopped falling as the morning broke. I cleared out the ashes from the kitchen stove and closed up the window where the breeze came in to finish the story where we should have been. through this diner glass is the exact shade of her kitchen wall, where we hung a copper clock that wouldn't pass time the way we needed it to fall. Strangers sitting 2 stools down from my coat. Do you carry grief inside your vest? I can see the tremble in your collar throat. We are people who have failed the test. She packed her silver spoons in flannel green and walked away before the kettle sang, while I stood watching trains that ran unseen and wondered why the iron signal rang. 20 years of folding shirts and buttering toast vanished when the calendar turned cold. Now I share this counter with a quiet ghost and trade my stories just to feel less old. Pour another cup of black and bitter brew before the morning trolley takes me out of view. I never learned to say goodbye to what we knew. Rough tweed catching on my dry old fingers. We stood right where the gravel path turned steep. I still look for the shadow that you left behind, while counting all the promises we couldn't keep. Old coats hang heavy when the closet door gives way, and quiet winter afternoons refuse to fade. We traded summer kindness for a bitter fall. Now every room remembers bargains we delayed. 2 cups sitting on the wooden kitchen counter. The steam has vanished into thin and empty air. I found the silver ribbon from your birthday gift, still folded neatly underneath the parlor chair. Old coats hang heavy when the closet door gives way, and quiet winter afternoons refuse to fade. We traded summer kindness for a bitter fall. Now every room remembers bargains we delayed. Time rolls onward like a slow and heavy wheel, leaving tire marks across the lawn. I swear I heard your footsteps was gone. I fold the blanket and I lock the wooden door. No use in wishing for the days we had before. The evening settles in and cools the window pane, and I am left to sleep alone without your name. Copper clock hand clicks against the fire, and 40 years will blur into the grain. I wonder if the radio will play that song we cursed through every autumn rain. I see the teacup waiting by your place, the dust collecting on the mantel glass. Some winter night, when fires finally die, you will look up and catch the passing sigh, remembering the coat I left behind while sitting 50 years ahead in time. The silver frame will hold a faded face of someone who once kissed you in the hall. By then our children will have grown and flown, and quiet shadows lengthen on the wall. I picture you in chairs we haven't bought, lost in the mazes of a quiet thought. Some winter night, when fires finally die, you will look up and catch the passing sigh, remembering the coat I left behind while sitting 50 years ahead in time. And if my voice is nothing but a ghost floating across the floorboards of the past, know that I loved you better than the most, and prayed that second half would always last. Look at the clock face turning very slow. I loved you then and love you where I go. The evening shadows take the final chair, and you will find me waiting